Hello and welcome to lesson 7 in our pronunciation course. Today's lesson is going to be on word endings and the pronunciation of those endings. So we're going to look today at some common word endings and ones that finish in consonant clusters. And a consonant cluster means when you get two consonant sounds or more together at the end. So let's start. So we're going to start by looking at the 10 most common word endings in the English language, okay? And they're usually like grammatical endings, but you don't have to worry about the grammar at this moment. It's just getting familiar with these sounds because when you're speaking English, you will be saying them a lot of the time. So if you could say them accurately, that will make you sound much more natural and a much better speaker. Okay, so we're going to look at the 10 most common sounds in English, okay, or the endings to words, okay. So the first one would be this sound. So this sound is ing, okay, ing. All right, let's try it all together. Ing, ing. Yeah, exactly. It's quite in the nose. And what we could get, for example, you get these four. So dancing. Dancing. Everyone, dancing. Dancing. Good. Using. Using. Great. Waiting. Waiting. Fantastic. And ring. Ring. Very nice. And let's, if you could repeat those words, please. Dancing. Using. Nice. Waiting. Good. Ring. Exactly. Fantastic. And let me ask you. So let's have dancing, using, waiting, and ring. Okay, good. Very nice. So yes, so that's the first one. Let's have a look at another one now. So this sound is uz. Uz. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of in here and then a z here. Uz. Okay, nice. For example, papers. All together, papers. Waiters. Doctors. And liars. Very nice. So could you repeat this?
Papers. Waiters.
Very good. Yeah.
Doctors.
Yeah. Nice.
Liars.
Exactly. Fantastic. And if you could do it as well. So we've got papers, waiters, doctors, and liars. Excellent. Okay. Thank you. Of course. Sure. Yes. So something to notice about these is that this ERS is a very common plural noun ending for different nouns. And you can also say this sound here with this ORS spelling and ARS spelling. A lot of the time, these will be jobs, people's different jobs, like teachers, doctors, waiters. These are all different jobs. So it's a very common noun ending for those. Okay? Fantastic. All right. So let's go on and have a look at the next sound. So this sound is ear. Ear. Yeah. Ear. Good. And we can get, for example, dirtier. All together, dirtier. Okay, good. Noisier. Good. Happier. Excellent. And worrier. Very nice. Good. Fantastic. And let me ask you. So.
Dirtier. Noisier.
Good.
Happier.
Exactly.
Worrier.
Yeah, very nice. Precisely. That's great. And could I just ask you, please, so you can have dirtier, noisier, happier, and worrier. Okay, great. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, so these are typically comparative adjectives where we see this sound a lot, although worrier is a noun form here. Okay, but that's one example of when we see this IER spelling pronounced like this. Okay, the next sound, we've got this eyes. Eyes. Yeah, exactly. We've also got, this can also be an ease. So we're going to see some different endings in a moment. Sometimes it'll be an eyes. Sometimes it'll be an ease. Okay. So, for example, this one, tries. All together, tries. This one, lies. So that's for this sound. And then for this sound, we've got babies. Okay, and candies. Okay, very nice. So, let me ask you to do these ones. Nice. Good. Yeah, very nice. That sounds good. And let's have it here. So let's go tries, lies, babies, and candies. Okay, great. Very nice. So it's the same spelling. It can have two different sounds. Sometimes eyes, sometimes ease. Okay? Great. So, this next sound is this old. Old. Yeah, old. Yeah. And it's kind of sounds, lots of them with ed, okay? So, bubbled. Styled. Pulled. Great. And spelled. Very nice. Good. And if I could ask you to say this. Good. Yeah. Pulled. Yeah. Okay, nice. Sounds good. And let's have it here, please. So we've got bubbled, styled, pulled, and spelled. Yeah, good. Very nice. Okay. Fantastic. So those are the first 5 most common endings, okay? And let's move on and look at the next lot. So, any ideas what this sound is? Tid. Tid. Yeah, exactly. And again, this is going to be with lots of ed sounds, okay? So with the past tense, okay, when we have these ed sounds. So we get this hated, wanted, good, shouted, and acted. Good, very nice. Can we have it here? Hated. Yeah. Shouted. Nice, that sounds good. Yeah, very nice. Cool. And let's have it here, please. So we've got hated, wanted, shouted, and acted. Okay, great. Very nice. Fantastic. So we've seen for these past tense verbs, sometimes we'll have this old sound, and sometimes we'll have this tid sound. And that's because we use these ed endings a lot of the time in English. So that's why both of those sounds are in the top 10 most common words. Okay? Oh, sorry, word endings. Okay, on to the next one. So, this sound is t, or if you add something after it, ter. Okay? Yeah? But generally, t. Okay? For example, meter. All together, meter. Good. Heater. Nice. After. And later. Very nice. Okay. Typically, when we have this er sound, a lot of the time with nouns we'll have it to talk about something which heats. Okay, so it's where you take a verb and it describes the thing that it does. For example, an air conditioner or something like that. It conditions the air. A heater, it heats things. Okay, so we use it for nouns of things that do something. Great. Okay, and let me ask you for this one. So. Exactly, yeah, that's very nice. Good. And let's have it here. So, meter, heater, after, and later. Okay, fantastic, very nice, thank you. Great, okay, the next one's this sound, quite a difficult one to make. Ooze. Ooze. So you get this, ooze. Ooze. Quite a difficult one to make, okay? And it's typically with plurals, okay? So you get this files, sails, cycles, good, nice, and bottles. Exactly, okay. And let's have it here, please. Files. Yeah, try to do this. Ulls. Yeah. Yeah, so files. Yeah. Sails. Yeah.
Cycle.
Nice, that was good.
Bottle.
Okay, nice, that sounds good. It is very difficult to get this ooh and the z sound together. It's really hard, but yes, it's very common because we have plurals. And let's try it here. So we've got files, sails, cycles, and bottles. Okay, great, very nice, thank you. Wonderful, okay, so let's move on and have a look at the ninth most common ending. So again, it's got two sounds, this one. Sometimes ziz, ziz, and sometimes sizz. So ziz and sizz. Okay, yeah, great. So for example, with this first sound, uses, closes. Okay, and then with an S, buses. And focuses. Nice, it sounds good. Let's have it here. Nice. Good. Yeah, exactly, that sounds good. And let's have it here. So, uses, closes, buses, and focuses. Okay, great, thank you. Very nice. And so typically it can be for third-person verbs, essentially, is a lot of the time when we use this. Okay, so like he uses, he closes, or it closes. So for the third person. And again here with buses, we can see that it's a plural form. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so let's move on and look at this final one. Again, it's got two sounds, so it can sometimes be est, and sometimes ist. So est and ist. Okay, nice. And let's have a look. So we've got the word best, guest, good, forest, yeah, and biggest. So two different sounds for it. And let's have it here, please. So good. Yeah, nice. Forest. Yeah, nice. Exactly. Okay, so let's have it here. So best, guest, forest, and biggest. Okay, fantastic. All right, very nice. Wonderful. So those are the 10 most common endings that we get, word endings that we get in the English language. And you can probably see, like, usually they're either ing verbs, plural forms, okay, or like comparatives or like past verb forms. So they're usually some kind of grammatical ending, which is why we use them so much, because the frequency is very, very high. Great. Okay, so let's have a little bit of practice. So here, we've got on the left here, the first part of just a mini little conversation, okay? So you've got one maybe question here, or one statement here, and then on the other side, you've got an answer. And what you have to do is decide which goes to which. So which one over here matches to which one on the left. So where's the waiter? He's just coming. Good. Okay. Uses.
Yeah,
perfect. Buses.
10.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's have a look at the answers. So, what are you doing later? Let me ask, do you know the next one?
Having a few beers.
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 Exactly, having a few beers. Very nice. Yeah, what are you doing? So we've got these two pronunciations, doing and later. What are you doing later? We saw in the last lesson a little bit of sentence stress, okay? And if I was saying this bit, I'd just go, what are you? Yeah. What are you? What are you doing later?
What are you doing later?
So these two words are just very little sounds. What are you doing later? Yeah. And then having a few beers. Now this is something that we're going to look at in the next lesson. Yes. Very nice. Thank you very much. So this next one, where's the waiter? Yes, it is. He's just coming. Yeah, exactly. So one more time, I'll just say them both. Where's the waiter?
Where's the waiter?
He's just coming. Yeah. He's just coming. Okay. And this next one, I'm going to ask here. So we've got, I'm a bit of a worrier. What is the answer? Okay, the answer is relaxing more would help. So this is, coming back to this with this sort of word, just. If we say it on its own, we get the st at the end. But when we connect it to a word like coming, we actually delete the t sound. We go just coming, just like an. Again, this is something we're going to look at in future lessons, but it's interesting to know it now. So if it's with another word, usually we delete this t, and it just becomes just coming. Okay. So, number 3, we've got here, I'm a bit of a worrier, and again, this is all very connected together. So, we get a bit of a bit of a. Yeah. So you actually take the bit from here, the bit of a. Yeah. This is the next lesson again, but just so we're saying it's phrased correctly today. I'm a bit of a worrier. Yeah. So you just want to kind of practice this bit of a. Yeah, bit of a. Yeah, it's good. And it's actually really important because we use a bit of a in English lots and lots of the time. So it's important to be able to go bit of a, and it sounds very natural if you can do that.
I'm a bit of a
Yeah, a bit of a worrier.
I'm a bit of a
Worrier. Yeah.
I'm a bit of a worrier.
Yeah. Worrier. Yeah, good. Exactly.
I'm a bit of a worrier.
Yeah. Okay, and so the answer there was relaxing more would help. Okay. Yeah, you're the best. Yeah. So this just becomes you're the best. Yeah, you're the best. And so because this is at the end of a sentence, we want to make that sound. Okay, so you're the best. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Another example of two things connecting. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Good. Okay. Quite a long one. These two. Does. See. So do these connect together? Does he? So we don't go does he, we go does he. Does he. Yeah. Exactly. How does he get to work? So how does he get to work? And the next one?
He uses
Buses. Yeah. So he uses, so again this word here, uses the local buses. So if we say it quickly, he uses the local buses.
uses the local buses.
Uses. The local buses. I'm going to give you some practice in a moment doing this. So, local. Buses. Okay. And the final one. The bosses. Again, we've got this sis. Bosses need those files. Files. So the bosses need those files. Yeah, good. And what do you think the next part? Okay, 10 minutes. Yeah, minutes. Good. Okay, so I'm going to put you into pairs, and I want one of you to be this person on the left, and one of you to be this person on the right. One person says the first thing, then the other person says the answer. And then when you've finished like that, change positions. So the other person be this, and then the other person be this.
You the best.
Try to do it.
Với đọc đáp án của cô nhất là lẽ ra How does he get to work?
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Yes, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, nice.
How does he get to work? How does he
He uses
Good.
Yeah, he uses the local buses. Okay, so let's have a little bit of practice. I'm going to make one person, this person, one person, that. If you can say this sentence and then you say this one over here. So, first one.
What are you doing later? Having a few beers.
Nice, okay. And the next one?
Waiter.
Okay, good.
He's coming.
He's just coming.
He's coming.
Very nice.
I'm a bit weird. Xin mau con hàng.
Okay, and I'll do one here. You're the best. Thank you. Very good. And one more here.
How does he get to work?
Yeah, get to work.
Get to work.
Good.
How would
He
use the local buses?
Yeah. And all right, so now let's have a look at a few more kind of common endings in English language, and these are what we call like consonant clusters. Okay, so that means when you get one consonant and another consonant together. Okay, and they can be quite difficult to say because typically consonants are kind of quite hard to move your mouth to say them. So we'll start with this first sound, which is st, st, st. Yeah, so you get a s and a t, st. Okay, all right. So some examples of this would be last, first, and past. Now, something that's kind of important to remember here, and we'll see this more in another lesson, that is when these are in sentences, for example, in the saying last week, we don't actually say the T. We don't go last week, okay? A lot of the time, because it's easier, we just delete the T, okay? But at the moment, for this lesson, we're going to try to pronounce it just because it's kind of exercising your mouth more. So let's try it one more time. Last, first, and past. Okay, let's have it.
Last, first,
Nice.
past.
Exactly, good, very nice. And let's have it here, please. So last, first, and past. Great, thank you. Okay, another very common one is this sound. It's a difficult one to do. So it's your tongue between your teeth, and you're just blowing air over the top of your tongue. Okay. Now, when this comes at the end of a word, it's very hard to do. Okay, so often you get like health. Okay, month. And 17th. Okay. Now, what I suggest is that as an English speaker, I don't really say at the end of words. I say like an F sound. Okay, so I like to say health, month, 17th. Much easier, isn't it? Yeah. And I kind of recommend that to you if you're finding it difficult to do this health month, okay? It's much harder. So I would suggest maybe just doing like health with the F with your teeth on your bottom lip. So your teeth, top teeth on your bottom lip. So you kind of bite your lip a bit. So yeah. So one more time. Health. Health. Month. 17th. Think it's easier. Okay, let's have it here. Yeah? Yeah, sounds nice. Sounds good. Okay, let's have it here. So, health, month, and 17th. Good. Excellent. Wonderful. So, I mean, of course, if you want to, you can try to do the TH, but everyone will understand you completely perfectly because everyone understands me and I say it with an F sound. So everyone will understand you as well. So the next sound, again, is another, we've seen it in the past slide, but it's this old. Okay, and we're going to see it when it is this spelling. So we get old, child, and world. So it's slightly different to before. It's this spelling, whereas before we had L-E-D spelling, okay? But it's the same sound, but different word spelling. So, old, one more time. Child, and world. And can I have you say it? World. Okay, nice. And let's have it here. So, old, child, and world. Good. And again, similarly to the T, when these are in sentences, a lot of the time we just delete the D. Okay. So if I said the word old man, okay, I wouldn't go old man, okay, I just go old man. Old man, okay, I delete the D, okay, but yes. Okay, the next one, we have this nt. So the n is through your nose, okay, and then a t at the front of your mouth. Okay, nice. For example, scent, can't, want. Nice. Let's have it here. Scent.
Can't. Want.
Nice. Sounds good. Yeah. Well, let's have it here. So scent, can't, and want. Great. Very nice. Wonderful. Okay. Another one is this und. Very similar to this. The only difference is here you have an unvoiced t, whereas you have the same mouth position, but you go d, und, und. Okay? All right. So, for example, send. Good. Kind. And friend. Okay. Nice. Good. And let me ask you.
Send. Kind. Friend.
Nice. Sounds good. Exactly. And let's have it here. So, send, kind, and friend. Okay. Great. Yeah, very good. Okay. This next one. Yeah. I like saying this sound, but yeah, it's a k and a t. Okay, yeah, it's a very kind of strong sound, and so that's kt. Okay, so for example, act, locked, nice, and kicked. Exactly, very good. Okay, and let me ask you. Nice. Exactly, yeah, very good. Sounds great. And let's have it here. So, act, locked, and kicked. Thank you very much. Very nice, okay. And just one more. So this is unk. Unk. See, again is the nasal sound through the nose, and then a k sound, okay? Unk. Okay. For example, in the word pink, bank, drink. Okay, nice. Let's have it here. Pink, bank, 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 ink. You're saying park, bank. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that one was nice. Yeah, good. Very nice. And let's have it here. So we've got pink, bank, and drink. Great. Very nice. Fantastic. Wonderful. So these are some quite difficult to say consonant endings. And yeah, it's good to try and practice these because you really have to sort of exercise your mouth to say these sounds. They're not easy sounds to say. Okay, so we're going to move on now, and we're going to have a little look at this. So it's a bit of practice. I want you to speak about yourself. Okay? So, for example, if it was me, I would say, I'm 30 years old. Okay? And we're kind of focusing on getting these correct, these consonant cluster endings, okay? I was born on the 18th of March, 1985, okay? On my last birthday, I went to a restaurant with my friends, okay? My best friend's name is Paddy. He's very kind, all right? I could say, I can't speak Vietnamese, but I want to. Well, my favorite drink is coffee. And then next month, I'm going to India. And then today, I'm feeling fantastic. Okay, so I would like you to do this with your own personal information, and that's going to be for homework, okay? And we're going to check it when we come to the next lesson. Fantastic. So, thank you for joining us today for our lesson on word endings, and I hope to see you again in lesson 8, which will be on linking words. So thank you very much.